So, was it worth it, you ask?
Girl, yes, absolutely. Oh my god.
Hi guys, my name is Andrei. I'm openly gay, living in Latvia, and I'm willing to talk about some topics that some people are still afraid to talk about. Today I want to talk about my coming out experience and just to cover briefly, was it worth it? And as you might understood already, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And by creating this video, I want to encourage all those that are still in the closet to not fear and just embrace themselves. My official coming out, or at least what I like to call an official coming out, happened roughly 2 years ago. And I did it because the world pandemic started, you know, it really messed up with my head and I wasn't feeling like myself anymore. I needed some major changes in my life. I wanted to be free, I wanted to be fully myself, and I just wanted to see what kind of people will still be in my life, even though if I just openly say that I'm gay. So I never thought that it's gonna become a big thing or something, because I was pretty sure that I'm never gonna say this to my parents, because it's, you know, my personal thing that I don't feel like sharing with them, because I don't want to be judged, I don't want to be misunderstood or abandoned. And all of these fear, all of these negative emotions I've been carrying for years and years, and hey, they're not doing well for anyone. You cannot be your true self if you're always playing a character in your own life, which is disgusting in a way. It's pretty sad that you have to pretend, and certain topics you are avoiding. You cannot express yourself fully. You cannot say what you really think in these particular moments when someone asks you, like, so how's your dating life, you know, why don't you have a girlfriend, are you planning to have kids, and all of these stuff. And when you're becoming older, you are getting asked these questions a lot. So, and it was always frustrating for me, especially on family meetings. You know, I always was sitting there just hoping that no one will ask about my dating life, because there's a certain secret they do not know. And so it all came to the moment when I just said, enough. I am tired of pretending. I had a lot of thoughts in that particular moment. I was kind of afraid to do it, and yet I knew this is the moment. I either do it now or never. I was guessing a lot. What's gonna be the reaction? What are gonna be my actions then? Because to all those that are carrying these kind of thing inside of them, you know that for many years you just build up these negative emotions that just keep growing in your head, and you just keep thinking about only the bad things that will happen. You know, all of your friends will leave you, all of your relatives will think that you're a monster, and so on. It sounds ridiculous when I speak about it loud, but it totally makes sense to you in your head, because you're anxious about it all the fucking time. And you know, all jokes aside, this is a very serious issue for many people. And so I was never thinking that I am gonna be able to do it, and for some reason all of the obstacles just came into this one way that I saw that I have to get it out of my chest once and for all and just see whatever happens. I did it on Facebook. I created a big post expressing all of my feelings and emotions, because I felt like this is the safe way for me to do it. I could see the reaction of people later on, I could interact with them, but if I just put it there officially, it's done, you know. Nevertheless, I was never expecting a reaction to be as it was, and it was fucking amazing. It was super positive. People were so super supportive and friendly and lovable, and I was just thinking, what the fuck? So the main idea that I got out of my coming out was nobody actually cares. Or if they do care, it's not like it was in my head all of these years. If I only knew how easier my life would be if I would just be myself, people would actually not care about it, my life would be so much easier for so many years. I'm still super grateful that I did it later on. I was 26 by then, but I still did it. And now I can finally be myself, be free, and I'm fucking enjoying this. And honestly, it feels amazing. I want to make this video. I want to message be told. I want the message to be heard by those that are still in doubt, still in the closet, rethinking about their life. But yeah, but what will people say? Listen, just stop all of that, please, for a second. Listen, what others think about you doesn't matter, because this is your life, you only live once, and you have to be yourself. You have to be true to yourself. You have to love yourself and accept and just let it go. Yes, some people are assholes. Yes, some people will leave your life eventually, but trust me, it's for the better good. Focus on all of those people that will stay in your life instead. I am so fucking grateful for all of the friends that are in my life right now. And actually, recently, I was celebrating my so-called coming out party. It was exactly 2 years since I came out, and I said to my friends that, hey, this is gonna be almost as if my second birthday. We had this crazy slut theme where everyone was just dressing slutty and stuff. It was just all so much fun. But the best part, just imagine this. So you live in a fear that people will reject you and they will be saying a lot of bad things to you just because you are gay and because it's considered as something bad, which is not. But just imagine this. Instead, you're living your true life. You're just being yourself, and people love you for who you are. You make this party and people bring a fucking rainbow cake to celebrate this freedom, to celebrate this love and acceptance and everything. People brought me flowers. They gave me the fucking unicorn balloon. I would never in my life imagine that this would be my reality. And all of this happened because I just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna be myself. I want to live my life truly. I'm done of pretending, and I'll just see what happens. Being gay nowadays is still considered a bad thing in certain areas. It's still not 100% safe, and I totally understand why people are afraid. But if you do have some people that support you and that are around you, focus on that. And if you are that person who is supporting someone else, just give all of your love and all of your support to those that really need it in these moments when they're in doubt, because it's really hard for them to see the reality. It is hard for them to realize that actually no one cares about it on a major scale. You know, being gay nowadays is not as bad as it was, like, I don't know, in 80s, 70s. That would be much harder to come out. Nowadays, with all of the social medias, with all of the TV shows that you see, you see a lot of representation, and that's great, but that's another topic for another video. What I'm trying to say is, being gay is fine. A lot of people are afraid of what will their parents say. I was afraid too, not gonna lie. I didn't know what the reaction will be. I knew for certain that it's not gonna be like in those American TV shows. Mom, I'm gay, and then she comes and hugs you and says, oh, thank you for sharing this with me. I appreciate it so much and I love you and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, we live in a post-Soviet Union country, so that's not gonna happen. And it didn't, in my case. Actually, the funny thing, her reaction when I was like coming with a long intro, and then eventually I just said, Mom, I'm gay. And she looked at me, dead in the eyes, and she was like, Ты что, дурак? But eventually we did speak out about certain topics, and I just told her that I want to be honest with her. I want her to know that this is a part of my life that I'm done hiding. And eventually our relationship didn't change at all. Yeah, surprisingly. We don't speak about it a lot, and I don't feel that there's a need for that. And then my dad, well, I am not sad about the outcome that happened. We do not speak anymore. And this is kind of a mutual vibe, I would say, And it's not because of my coming out. This is because I realized, and probably he realized, that in this point in our lives, we should go separate ways. Because we all have our strong opinions about many things, not just being gay and all of that. In general, I mean, for me, as a mature person, I do not need these advices that I'm not asking for. I don't need this judgment. I don't need this kind of assistance that I'm constantly was getting from him. And yes, probably his intentions were good, but he definitely presented it in a very bad way that just made me feel really bad. You know, he was constantly checking what I'm doing, and then all the time like commenting and just saying his opinion when I didn't need it. I can and I am living my life by myself. I know what's the best way for me. He has his opinion and that's fine, but what we did, we went separate ways, and he can think whatever he wants. He's a grown-up person, I'm a grown-up person, but I'm gonna do things myself, and hopefully he can respect that. I don't know, because we don't speak at all. I, again, am not sad about this because I feel relieved. I'm not afraid anymore of, but what will my dad say? Will he judge me again? And all of these things. I found enough strength and support from the others that I am okay with this part of my life. It's just what it is, you know, and it's fine. Some people will understand you and love you for who you are. Some will not. Some will be your friends. Some will not. That's okay. We all can agree and disagree on certain things, but you can always choose who you want to keep in your life. And that's all I want to say. So being open about myself has given me so many amazing people in my life. I have been able to perform on the stages and talk about my story. I made a video call at the place that I used to work, and I was talking about my coming out story with people I do work with and some people that work in a different projects. And that was just like amazing. I would never imagine that I would speak openly about these kind of things and I would not be judged, but instead I was praised, and I was like, yeah, you go you. It's amazing that you shared this story and we really appreciate it. And not gonna lie, that felt fucking amazing. You are you and it is fine to be yourself, and we just accept you for being you. That felt fucking amazing. I cried like a little girl out of happiness because so many people has told me so many good things. And it just, you know, it heals and it feels amazing. It's just awesome. I want to be that person that gives this message to whoever needs to hear it. I am here to support you in any way. Some people already have been contacting me and just saying like, hey, I'm not quite sure about my sexual orientation, but maybe you can share some more of experience. I want to be that person. I want to be there out for whoever needs some kind of assistance, because when I was growing up, when I was struggling with these kind of things, I didn't have this person. And to all those amazing people that will definitely watch this video, and you already know it, that I love you from the bottom of my cold gay heart. I am a complicated person, but I am so super grateful that I have you people that support me, that accept me, that are just staying around. And I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be myself if it wasn't for all those amazing friends and acquaintances and colleagues and classmates and parents and just, oh gosh, so many people that I met, and they just said so many great things. And I am now ready to share this with the world. I am now ready to help to whoever needs this kind of help too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching this. You can reach out to me on any social medias that you prefer. You can reach out through here by the comments, and I will definitely make more of these kind of videos of covering certain parts of my life and just, you know, being open about things that I want to be open with. Why not? So thank you and bye.